What's up, mi gente? I am Emi Martorell Agosto with Keller Williams Advantage 3, and welcome to La Vibra No Miente. Around here, I help buyers, sellers, people relocating to Central Florida, and especially my fellow veterans make smart real estate moves throughout Lake Nona, St. Cloud, and the surrounding communities. Porque al final del día, we're not just buying property, we're choosing lifestyles, building wealth, and finding spaces that actually fit your life. Así que let's jump into today's topic. If you've been Googling Orlando neighborhoods, chances are you have heard someone say, you have to live near Medical City. Maybe, maybe not. Let's talk about what people don't tell you sometimes. First, we'll talk about the good things. Convenience is real. This area was designed around healthcare, innovation, education, and research. Within just a few minutes, you have hospitals, specialists, the VA, restaurants, shopping, parks, schools, and you're also pretty close to the Orlando International Airport. Translation? Less time in the car and more time actually living the life you want. And honestly, we could all use a little bit more of that. Another thing I love is that this area is still evolving. New restaurants keep opening up, new businesses keep coming. There's more trails, more parks, it's more things to do. Living here is like watching a community grow up in real time. That's pretty cool. If you're a healthcare professional, a researcher, you work at the VA, or you're one of the many people supporting everything happening here, living close to work can seriously improve your quality of life. Because let's be honest, spending 2 hours a day commuting, nobody puts that on their vision board. Nobody. Now, before you start packing the moving truck, let's keep it real for a second. Every community has its trade-offs, and Medical City is no exception. Here are a few things you should know before you fall in love with the area. First, el tráfico, because if I don't bring it up, somebody's gonna say it in the comments. I know that for a fact. Yes, traffic can get busy, especially during rush hour and beyond. Medical City continues to grow, and that's exciting, but growth also means more cars. The good news is that several road improvement projects and alternate routes are currently being developed to help the traffic flow. But until those projects are complete, heavier traffic during peak hours is simply part of living in one of the fastest growing areas in Central Florida. And after you lived here for a while, you learn all the local shortcuts. I know that. Next, let's talk about home prices. Some people are still thinking that buying near Medical City, the prices are still like post-COVID market. Thankfully, things are stabilizing. Is it still a desirable area? Absolutely. In many neighborhoods, it's still a seller's market, but buyers have more opportunities than they did a couple of years ago. We're also seeing some really attractive incentives from new construction builders, including closing cost assistance, interest rate buy-downs, and other promotions that can make buying a lot more affordable. So don't assume Medical City is out of reach until you have explored all of your options. Because really, you may be closer than you think to buy your dream home. And finally, there's construction. Here's your unofficial welcome to Lake Nona. Orange cones. Construction is everywhere. The new neighborhoods, the new roads, the new shopping, the new everything. Is it inconvenient sometimes? Of course it is. But it's the price we pay for living somewhere that's constantly investing in itself. That's it. So would I recommend you living near the Medical City? Absolutely, but maybe not exactly where everyone else is telling you to. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is choosing a neighborhood before choosing the lifestyle that they want. Maybe you want to walk to restaurants. Maybe you want a little bit more land. Maybe you want a newer home. Maybe you'd rather save a little money and drive an extra 10 minutes. None of those answers are wrong. That's why I always tell my clients, do not chase the zip code. Chase the lifestyle. Because the right home isn't always the one everyone else is talking about. It's the one that actually works for you. Porque al final, la vibra no miente. If you're thinking about relocating to Central Florida, or you're trying to figure out which community actually fits your lifestyle, I would love to help you out. And if there's another neighborhood that you'd like me to cover, just drop it in the comments. I'm always looking for ideas. Again, I am Emi Martorell with Keller Williams Advantage 3. Move early, move informed, move different. Bye.